6 nominees to judgeships on Arizona's short-handed federal courts took a step closer to confirmation today. Mackenzie Scott has more on the story from our Washington bureau.
These nominees waited months, almost 3 years, for a Senate Judiciary Committee vote that took less than 15 minutes today. These 6 nominees would fill nearly half of the seats on the 13-judge bench for the U.S. District Court in Arizona. The nominees were approved overwhelmingly and with almost debate this morning. Today's vote came after Arizona Senators John McCain and Jeff Flake finished what Flake had called the deliberative review of the nominees' records, or in the words of one Washington advocate, got some common sense.
They stepped in and they asked their colleagues on the committee to let these nominations go through, which I think was really, really important. And again, maybe a breath of fresh air, a little bit of common sense prevailing.
Baker said that the vote came none too soon as Arizona is in desperate need of judges. The nominees are still waiting for the Senate to have the final approval. Live in Washington, Mackenzie Scott, Cronkite News.
With Arizona looking for more judges, there's a push to bring more diversity to the bench. Reporter Nathan Delatorre tells us about a program that hopes to attract a new generation to the courts.
Judge Rachel Torres Carrillo works with the diverse cultures of our community on a day-to-day basis. As a justice of the peace and a Hispanic female, she's an example of diversity in the courtroom. The Arizona Advocacy Network hopes to put more judges like Torres Carrillo on the bench.
The more points of view we can bring into our decision making, the better those decisions will be for the people who depend on the courts.
They are working with Justice at Stake to launch a new campaign called the Judicial Diversity Program. With this new partnership, these two organizations plan to encourage established attorneys of underrepresented backgrounds to envision themselves as future state judges. Chief Presiding Judge Song Ong knows firsthand that diversity on the bench has an impact in the courtroom. She remembers one particular Asian defendant.
When he got up to testify, one of the comments he made was he was happy to see that I was a Chinese American judge. It was as if he felt like finally somebody understands me.
This new program aims to show law students and young lawyers how to picture themselves in Torres Carrillo's shoes. In Phoenix, Nathan Delatorre, Cronkite News.
Presiding Judge Song Ong is the first female Asian judge in the state of Arizona.